Welcome to the video today. We're going to be learning all about how to add a listing on Etsy. So maybe you're new to Etsy completely, you don't know how to do it. Well, I'm going to walk you through it step by step today so you can be sure that you're doing it correctly. Because I know it's nerve-wracking, isn't it, when you're doing it for the first time? So you can do it along with me if that's easier. Just play and pause me as you go along. Or maybe you've already got an Etsy shop and you're looking for some help to make sure that your listings are optimized and you're doing it right. Well, you're in the right place. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that today. Before we get started, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I have lots of how-to videos on here to help you with your Etsy shop and your small business. So if you're a small creative business owner, do follow Her Handmade Hustle on the YouTube channel. I've also got a podcast, which is Her Handmade Hustle Unplugged. So do check that out as well. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. You Google me, you will find me. But for now, let's check out Etsy and how to add a listing. So let's get going. Okay, so we're going to use today to show you how to add or update a listing on your Etsy shop. Now, as you can see, my shop here is on holiday mode. It has been since before Christmas. So I thought it was an ideal opportunity while I'm reopening up the shop today to show you how to add a listing or how to adjust one, and just to make sure that you've got all the right boxes filled in and everything that you need. So as you can see, I've only got one listing on here at the moment, which I've already done, but I'm going to add another one now. So what I'm going to do is go into my listings, which is here, and this brings up this page here. And then on the right hand side, you'll be able to see that I've only got one active at the moment, but all these have expired, sold out, or are inactive. So I'm going to click on the inactive one because that's where I know the one that I want is Mr. and Mrs. Wedding Cupcake Toppers. Okay, so obviously this is already set up, but I'm going to go into it and change it as if it's a new listing because there's loads of things that actually I don't want any more on there, and I also want to add stuff because I don't think it's quite optimized. So we're going to do that together now, okay? Now the first thing I want to change, or if you're adding a new listing, the first thing you want to set up is your title. Now I've got here Mr. and Mrs. Wedding Cupcake Toppers, which is a really good title because it's got some keywords in there. Wedding Cupcake Toppers, which people are typing in when they're looking for it, and they're also typing in Mr. and Mrs. And then obviously, I've got the colour card and bow that I'm going to be using in the photos here, but I'm actually going to be adding some more variations of colour to this listing. So they've got different options. So I'm going to take that out for now. But I do want to keep in that it's a set of 10. But I'm going to move that to beginning. So I'm going to put set of 10, Mr. and Mrs. Wedding Cupcake Toppers. And then I want to add in a little bit about the occasion, what they're used for, what is it people are going to be typing into Etsy to find that. So these are some of the things that I've come up with. As you can see here, we've got set of 10 Mr. and Mrs. Wedding Cupcake Toppers. I've put in wedding cupcake flags, cupcake decorations for weddings, wedding cupcake decor, and cupcake pics. Now, how did I find out that these are the words that people might be searching for? Well, I opened up Etsy here and I just started typing in wedding cupcake, and as you can see here, there's some other things come up that I've added. So cupcake decor, cupcake pics, and you can do this with absolutely anything. These are sort of like the most common searches that people are looking for on Etsy when you start typing it in. So it really helps you with your keywords. So I've added those in here. You've obviously got a character limit of 140, so make sure you stick within that. But I'm happy with that for now. So I'm going to scroll down and go on to adding photos and video. I haven't got a video actually of these yet, but I am going to upload one. I just haven't got any cakes made at the moment because I'm not a baker. But should I get some, I will pop some pics in and add a video. But I'm going to add 2 more images because I want to add 2 different colour variations alongside the craft one. So I'm going to upload those from my computer now. Okay, so I've added here 2 more images of 2 different colour variations of card and bow that I've got. There's plenty more that I could add, but I just want to keep it limited for now, so it's manageable. I can actually make some stock then because I know what people are going to be ordering. So then what you want to do is you want to click on each of these images and it takes you into a bigger screen here, and you'll be able to see a box on the right which says alt text. Now this describes the image for people with visual impairments who obviously might not be able to see what is in the image, so you're going to describe it to them, but it also really helps with SEO on search engines. So you want to put a really good description in each of these boxes here, and you can do it for every picture that you've got on, and you must do it for every picture in order to utilize this function. So I'm going to do that now and show you exactly what I write. So I've added some text in here. As you'll be able to see, I've put image of a cupcake with edible icing flowers showing a Mr. and Mrs. wedding cupcake topper in craft card with a rustic twine bow. And you can go into as much detail as you want here. We're going to do this for every single picture to make sure that the alt text is all up to date. As you'll be able to see here, I've just switched the images to show you that I've just changed the description accordingly to match this image. So this is an image of a cupcake. Actually, it's not a cupcake, is it? So of a set of cupcakes with a large edible icing flower showing a Mr. and Mrs. wedding cupcake topper in ivory card with a pastel pink bow. So I'm just going to do that for every photo. Okay, so when you have updated all of your alt text, you want to scroll down and there's a little button there that says apply. So make sure you click that so it saves all those details. So all these images now are optimized for SEO. So if anyone is typing those descriptions into Google, your image will flag up as containing what it is that they're looking for. So if you now scroll down, you've got your thumbnail picture here. So you can choose whichever one you want to go as your main picture there, and you can adjust it using this button here. And then I'm going to leave that as it is because I'm happy with it. And I'm just going to close that. And then we get onto the description. So obviously I've already done this. However, I did it a long time ago. We're talking years and years ago. I've had this shop for what, 15 years. So there are a few details that I want to add and take away. So the description I'm generally happy with, but I am just going to add in a few different things and I'll tell you exactly what those are now. So I've rewritten the description here just to include a bit more detail, some keywords that I know that people will be typing in when they're looking for this particular product, because it wasn't very updated from, obviously I did it a long time ago. So now hopefully it's got everything in that I want. So you can see here I've got some keywords here: Mr. and Mrs. wedding cupcake toppers, even just wedding cupcake toppers on its own is a keyword. I've also got, let me see, wedding cupcake decor. It's a really good keyword that I know people are searching for. Wedding cupcake flags here, and again, wedding cupcake toppers at the bottom. So it reads naturally. It's not like I've just jammed those keywords in. So that's what I know people are looking for on Etsy. Then once I'm happy with the description, I'm going to scroll down. You can add personalization if you need to. This product isn't personalized, so I'm not going to bother with this listing. Well, this is where you set your price and inventory. So I've set mine at £7.95. And I've put, 10 in. You can control your stock levels, so you can put whatever is manageable for you. And this here gives you an idea of what you're going to earn, which is really useful. It's a useful tool just to check out. So if you click the down arrow here, it tells me that I've set my price at £7.95. I put my costs in. Let's just say for this product, it's £1. And then it tells me the fees are going to be £1.19. So I'm going to earn £5.76 when this product sells, which, is good. It's decent. It's not as bad as people think when it comes to taking fees off of Etsy. As long as you've accounted for those fees in your cost, then you'll be fine. So it's a good idea to check that out as well. And then as we scroll down, we're going to add variations. So as you can see here, I have got 3 different kinds of colours available on this listing. So this will be useful if you have a product that has got different sort of aspects to it, whether it's colour or size. And what you want to do is click on this button here, which says Manage Variations. This will be empty if you're just setting up a new listing. Mine are in there already, but I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So if you click on this button here, you can go into the variations and you can actually select a photo to go with the images. So as you can see here, I've already done it. And when you click on it, it gives you a choice. It takes the photos from the listing that you've uploaded. So as you can see, there's nothing there at the moment. I'm going to select photo and then click this one, and then it pops this one with it here. So I've already done it for these, ivory and pink and ivory and twine, and it's just so people know exactly what they're buying. It's quite important to do. So once you've done that, you can press done. You can change the price if you want for each option. These ones all stay the same, but if you choose to change the price, you toggle this on and off, and same with quantities and SKUs, which is your product code. I'll just keep that on a minute just to show you. I'm going to put apply. If these were different in price, and as you scroll down, you'll be able to see here now it gives me a box as an option to put how much different the price is. But at the moment, obviously, mine are all the same. So I'm just going to take that off. And then that box disappears because they're all priced the same. Okay, so that's variations done. Details, you need to make sure that you fill in here the core details. So is it a physical item or is it a digital item? It gives you a list of choices here. So you can choose who made it and what it is as well. So make sure you do that. And then category. So with category, you want to make sure that you are really sort of thinking about who it is that's going to be buying this product and what the product is for. So for me, for these cupcake toppers, they're cake decorations and they're Mr. and Mrs. ones. So they're going to be used for weddings. So I typed in cake toppers here. I'll just show you again. And as I typed it, it came up with some options for me. And obviously the one that appealed most was weddings, decorations and cake toppers. So I selected that one. But it also, it's very clever, it also pops it in some other related categories. So this one's going in paper and party supplies and more. So it's covered all bases, which is brilliant. Here you can add in extra colours if you want, just to sort of help in the search engine optimization. The occasion that it's for, so obviously I've chose wedding, it could be engagement as well, but primarily I've put wedding. The theme I've put rustic, there's loads to choose from on here as well. There's just, if I could cross that off, I can show you, you can see there's all these different ones here. So I'm going to stick with rustic. I've got 3 options, as we know. Celebration, there wasn't really anything on here, sort of like seasonal things, so I've left that off for now. And that brings us to tags. So tags are how people are going to find you on Etsy. You've got to get in the mind of your buyer and you've got to think, what is it they're searching for to find my product? You can use the materials that you've got. You can use what the product is for, like the purpose of it. You can use who it's for. So for example, let's take these Mr. and Mrs. Cupcake toppers. So I've put in some general words, you know, like rustic wedding. They're going to be used for an event, a rustic wedding. They might be used for a bridal shower, a wedding reception, an eco-friendly wedding. But I've also put in what the product is and different variations of that. So I've called them cupcake toppers as the main product description and title, but actually they could also be called cupcake flags, food flags, party picks, cupcake sticks, cupcake picks, and use all 13. You get 13 to actually help people find your listings. So use them all as much as you can. And then you want to add in your materials. So tell them what it is that you use to make your item. In this case, it's not much, a wooden stick, some ribbon, cardstock and twine. So I've put those in. Now this will be very much dependent on where you live, where you're based. Obviously I'm in the UK. So you'll be able to see that I've set it from going to the United Kingdom. You can select the postal service that you want. I go second class of Royal Mail. I'll charge a fixed price, or you can offer free delivery if you prefer, but I'm going to do fixed price. And then you can put in here exactly what it costs. So I know that this cost me, including postage and packing, £2.50 to send. So I pop that in there. And then you can add other locations. So at the moment, unfortunately, we're not allowed to ship to the EU or Ireland. And that is because of some new rule that's come in about having somebody who basically oversees all the safety of your products, like a compliance officer. And if you haven't got one of those, which a lot of small businesses don't, you can't ship to these countries. So they're off my list at the moment, unfortunately. But I am able to ship to Australia, to Canada, and to the United States. They're sort of like the main destinations of people that buy my products. So if you did want to add another location, just click this button here. You select your delivery service, international tracked, and your location. So you can choose from all these countries here and pop that in. But I'm just going to delete that for now. And then, yeah, that takes us down to the customs information. So if you are sending internationally, you will need to fill in a customs form, which can be pre-done for you if you purchase labels through Etsy. And all you need is a tariff number for the particular product. So I know that this is the tariff number for my cupcake toppers, but you can actually find out what that is for your products with a website. I'll put the link in the video description so you can see exactly how to find that out. If you click on this here, there's usually some help. Etsy don't leave you in the lurch. So you can see that it says learn more about tariff numbers. So it will help you figure out what your tariff number is. And if you scroll down, you can see returns and exchanges policy. I've just put 14-day returns and exchanges. But if you didn't want to do that, you can actually do no returns or exchanges, which I do if it is a personalised item because I can't accept those back. And then you can choose a shop section that it goes in. So I've added 2 sections to my shop, which is digital stationery and handmade stationery, but you can add your own or add another one here by pressing add a section. And then you can choose whether to feature the listing at the top of your homepage. So you can toggle this on and off if you want it to appear there. I've already got mine set, so I'm going to leave that for now. And then in terms of renewing the listing, You can choose an automatic renewal, so it will renew as it expires. I think it's on for about 5 months or something. Or you can do manual, so then you can do it yourself. So when it does expire on the 20th of May, you then have to physically go in and renew it yourself. I say it's automatic just because it's easier. I don't have to think about it, and the less things to think about, the better. Okay, then you can preview it by pressing this button here. Make sure everything is as you want to look. Oh, it's telling me here. So please fix the following error in order to preview your listing. So price. So if I go up, it's telling me that my price is not good. Let's have a look. Oh, I've not set a price in there. I mustn't have saved it. So £7.95. Okay, let's try again. Preview. All right, you want to make sure you're happy with it. So I've got this photo. Scroll through here. We've got the photo of the ivory and twine, and I've got my photo of the ivory and pink. Happy with that. Check that the options are correct. So you've got craft and rustic twine, ivory and pink, ivory and twine. Yeah, perfect. My description's good, everything that we've put. And then we're just going to cross that. And then when you're happy with it, you can press publish changes, and hopefully it will do it. And it should now appear on my shop. Let's have a look. And it's here. So if I click into it, this is what people see as a shopper. It looks exactly as I want it to look. It's got the updated description. It's got my options here that we've popped in. It's got the quantities up to 10, which is what I said that we could have. And then the description, which is great. So it's all ready, and people are ready to buy it. And that's it. It's as simple as that. That is how you add a listing on Etsy. So if you just follow that step by step, I say you can press play, you can pause me, I'll do it with you as you go along. You can't go wrong, honestly. So you need to get all those details up online, get your product as optimized as possible so people can find it, and then you're good to go. I hope that's helped you. Thanks so much for watching. If there's any questions whatsoever, leave them below in the comments and I will get back to you. In the meantime, please do like and subscribe to the channel. I'd be really grateful. I'm trying to grow it at the moment, as well as my podcast, Her Handmade Hustle Unplugged. And that helps everybody who's got a creative business with anything that they're struggling on. We love it. It's got loads of free tips and advice. So do head there. And also you can check out my website, herhandmadehustle.co.uk, for all the services that I offer as a small creative business mentor. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back next time.